All right, so I'm just gonna make sure we're going live on YouTube.
Are we live?
I don't know.
Live from our houses. It's Who Picked This Book Club.
Whoa, whoa,
I haven't
whoa,
done that in a while. I kind of gave up on it. I gave up on a lot of things during COVID.
Honestly, I was watching one of our first ones, and like you did that like literally every single time, and then you also like read the synopsis on the back. It's like we no longer do that. We gave up.
I can't read. Okay, are you kidding me? Read out loud is like the world's worst thing to do to me. Been like read. It could be like the world's most simplest sentences, like "I love cats," and I'd be like, "Cats love I."
Not
it would
cats
be really
love
weird. I can't do it.
I feel bad for my children because I try and read to them aloud, and it's just a disaster. And then I was trying to actually read Austen to them at one time too, and that was just even more of a disaster. I'm like running out of breath from the long sentences and everything.
Oh gosh, yes. Shannon's here. Hi.
Hi, Shannon.
Long day from James. I love cats. That's how you know it's me. I have not been possessed by an alien since the last live.
Right. It's still Jen. I missed all of you so much. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Yeah, honestly, I live for these Wednesdays. Like now that we're every other week, I'm like, Nicole, can we go back to like weekly? Because I miss people. I need this.
You're like, this is my only like human interaction, please.
It's not from the truth.
If you had just responded to my text message about the 10th and the 24th of April, we could have plans.
Oh, did you text me?
I did, and it said that you had read it, but you didn't respond to it.
I did?
This was days ago, by the way.
This was days ago?
I'm trying not to be upset about it, but I was just like, respond to me. And you were like the third person that day that I texted and nobody responded. And I was like, are these even going through? But on yours, it does say read underneath it. And I was just like,
I see it now. It was just lost in this. Like, I remember reading the one where it said, did it alert you that you were co-hosting the events? Yeah. I remember that one, and it's right above it. Oh my God. What was I even doing on that Saturday?
I don't know. Not responding to my text messages, apparently.
Oh my God.
You're gonna respond now being like, I'm free. No, you need to check because it's gonna be an all-day event.
Oh, it's gonna be an all-day event.
I was gonna say we should try and break our Goodwill record. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, we should totally do that. Hold on.
April 10th. You read 6 books?
Oh, crazy.
April 10th to the 24th. They're Saturdays.
10th I have to go to the chiropractor. 24th I'm free.
All right, so the 24th.
You had Jen blocked, didn't you?
I believe.
Do not disturb. I left her on red. Oh my God, I feel so bad. I honestly did not even see that.
In my mind, I was just like, probably the universe is saying, don't go to Goodwill because are you really gonna buy anything? Or are you just gonna watch Nicole spend money all day? Like,
oh my God. That is honestly like what happens when we go to Goodwill. I will buy the entire store, and she's like, nothing really caught my eye.
I'm the worst. Well, I have a thing where it's just like I need to go out and I need to have the experience of like trying to look for a book.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily. Then I look at like the space that I have in my room and I'm like, well, there's not a whole lot here, so let's be picky choosy. And then I'm not reading what I already have, so yeah. I'm like, do I need this? But then like I hit a store and if there's too many good ones, I'm just like, well, I've already bought like 4 of these, or I'm gonna buy like 4 or 5 of these. Might as well just grab the rest of them. So
grab all of them. Hi, Alicia. How are you?
Hi, Alicia.
I love live streams too. It's great.
Yeah.
I will look forward to that haul. Honestly, I still haven't put up my haul when I bought like a box. It's like a lot of like 78 Harlequin blazes.
Oh, nice.
I still have not like put that up, but I have to. And my husband says I'm not allowed to use eBay anymore. I was like, it was such a great deal. Even with shipping, it's less than $1 a book.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
You know.
I should have done a haul for all the books that I bought at Barnes & Noble. I took 3 different trips, yo. 3 different trips.
You went hard when that Barnes & Noble was closing.
And it's like, they're brand new books, so they're 40% off. So they're not like a Goodwill price. But in my mind, I was just like, I want these. And nobody else has touched them. And I want them. I haven't bought books in a year, guys. Okay.
Is that how book think Jen is? So what if you have no space?
If I have no space, then I have to start getting. I would make space, honestly. I tend to do that, but I did. Oh my gosh, Nicole, you'll be like horrified. Other people might be proud of me, but so there's books that I've bought because people have told me to, and I've either read a book or 2 by certain authors, and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't really care for this person. Or say Lackey. And so they're taking space up on my shelf. So I was trying to put all my Barnes & Noble books away, and I'm like, I don't think I'm ever going to read these. And I put them in my pile to, like, the next time we go to Bookman, see if they'll actually take it and give me money for them.
Nice.
So I'm trying to look at ones that I know I'll probably never read and that were like an impulse buy because they were pretty. But now that I've actually read the back cover, have no interest. And I'm now going to be like, someone might want this book. And it is taking up space at a book I actually want. So
Alicia, you were at Goodwill. Do you mean you bought a Joanna Lindsey with a Fabio cover? Because, yeah, those are great.
I mean, either way.
I don't think Fabio ever modeled for Julianne Lindsay. I think it would be Joanna Lindsay.
I was going to say we'd have to bump that one up on the.
I know.
I know. It's like, where is this Fabio
Like, step
cover?
aside, SVU surveillance.
Fabio has arrived.
Okay, so
No
it's not that I haven't bought a book for a year. It's that I haven't gone like physically book shopping for a year. Because I mean, I guess there were books that I had already pre-ordered, but I don't think that I had like specifically gone out and searched for books. And the times I went with Nicole, I didn't buy anything.
Buy a single damn thing. So yes, I hate autocorrect on my phone. I totally understood what you meant. I got
it. Ducking true. So ducking true.
Honestly, it's just like, when has anybody ever met ducking? Like, no one has ever met that.
Like, use ducking in a sentence. Like, that's what I want. I want Google or autocorrect to use ducking in a sentence. I went ducking today. That doesn't make sense.
Schedule change for Fabio cover. I was like, did Julie start it?
I mean, I'm here for it because these books, this particular book that we're discussing does have a little bit more romancy, although I think the second book was more graphic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here for any book that she wants to be more graphic than that in. And if we want to put Fabio on the cover, I'm okay with that. If you want to put a cat on the cover, I'm okay with that. I'll read it.
That is so funny. I was ducking the shoe my friend threw at me.
Yeah, I was thinking the act of ducking instead of the animal ducking, right?
Okay. Thank you, Elizabeth. I've been schooled. I got it.
No physical shopping. I still haven't done that. I think it will be a bit before I do so. Probably will buy more ebooks.
I've been doing more ebooks as well. I've been using my Kindle a lot, although I'm very upset at my Kindle because even in this one, and thank God it didn't delete like the few notes that I had. I picked up my Kindle to go like read with it rather than listen to it on my iPhone. And it didn't update my spot. But when I went back to my phone, it was like, would you like to go here? This is your furthest spot, right? And I was like, hell no, like, know where I'm at. So, there's something with my Kindle not communicating with other apps for the Julianne Lindsay books. Because it doesn't happen in all of them. But, yeah, I don't know what's happening here.
Sorry,
See, this is why we need to meet more, because I feel like I need to talk. I need to let it all out.
This is like my entire life.
You guys are like, I haven't heard Jen talk this much ever. And there's no Guinness in here. There's nothing other than tea, and it's decaf tea.
And she's already so hyper. You're so
the
funny.
cat's in the room. Will he
So-
come over? It's hard to say.
So yeah, who in the comments, who's read it and what's your star rating? Of course, I'm 5 stars, 5 stars. But this was probably my least favorite of the series. I think Aaron was saying that earlier too.
I did,
Agreed.
and I think I mentioned this last time. I really hate reality TV, and this just like solidified it for me. I was like, all of you guys need to go and just like fucking die. I know that's horrible to say, but I was just like, oh, and it has to be scripted, because if you're not in conflict with someone, you're not going to get showtime, and that's the way it is. Like I went to film school, and part of one of our classes, what we had to do was TV shows, and part of the TV shows was reality, and it's not real reality. And it was so annoying. And I can't.
So Alicia, 5 stars. Shannon hasn't read it. That's okay.
It's all right.
Thanks for being here. We appreciate you.
We'll spoil it all for you.
Yeah, no, you won't even need to read it. It's fine.
Well,
So
I almost want to know for Julie and Lindsey, because I know this was your first mystery. I'm trying to remember when Twilight came out, because there was a love triangle in that, and I feel like that's what makes me the angriest about this book. And I'm just kind of curious. Like, I'm trying to think, when did Twilight come out? Oh my God, how old was I? Was I 16? I mean, I was a twihard for sure. So I'm trying to remember. Like, 25.
I don't know. Off the top of my head, I have no idea.
I want to say it was in the 2000s. Why does 2004 ring out? 2008.
Oh,
I mean, I'm close.
2008.
So this was 5 years after.
November 2000. Oh wait, is that the movie?
Oh.
Or the book.
I just know that those books have kind of
2005
inspired her to read.
book.
So 5.
Oh,
4
film.
would have been really close.
Mhm.
Film was 2008.
But
Okay.
that's like at least 10
So
years
the book
down the
you
line,
said-
so never mind.
Aaron, you said book was 05.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
05.
I mean, and that is, that's what, Julie and Lindsey, that was like her motivation for writing, so I will forever be grateful to Twilight for getting Julie and Lindsey to
100%.
get into writing.
I still like Twilight. I know that in the rereads we did that there were people who were like 2 stars, 2 stars. And I was like, this brought back my Twihardness, and it's a 5-star read for me still. So I don't know what I loved that world. It just brought back memories.
Like 5 nostalgia stars.
100%.
Oh yes.
Aaron, quick on
I
the
had
research,
Goodreads already
Aaron.
up in case it was needed.
Oh, nice. I
Good
have
forward
not
thinking
prepared
on
at
my
all.
part.
I do have on my phone our list of upcoming events, but that's not going to be till the end, so I'm completely useless until then.
I'm completely useless. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so the reality TV plot, I didn't really care for it either. Patience was getting on my nerves in this book as well. Not as much as book number 2, but she was still getting on my nerves a little bit. The whole back and forth between Sebastian and Adrian. Again, love triangles aren't my favorite either. So
I got real nervous in this one.
We are. I was nervous too. I was so nervous.
I almost couldn't enjoy the mystery aspect of it, because I was just like, if you pick Adrian over Sebastian, I'm gonna burn the book. And I felt so bad with that thought process, but in my mind I'm just like, oh my God, he's not trying to protect you. He's always trying to get you to go out and risk yourself. And then when you do try and go out and help, he's just like, what are you doing risking your safety? I'm like, you just told her to go out. What are you doing? Oh, he made me so mad.
So Shannon, not in this book, there werewolves vampire love triangle. Just
there's
Twilight.
a has-been, and then there was this super hot Navy SEAL swimmer man. You got an 8-pack versus a 6-pack.
Swimmer man.
Board shorts.
Oh,
Twilight probably inspired a lot of writers.
Oh, inspired a lot of people to start writing, definitely.
Oh yeah.
So
Patience was, oh, go ahead.
No, go.
Yeah, Patience was getting on my nerves too. The only thing I identified with her on this was hating reality TV, and I was just as annoyed with that being a huge subplot as she was that they were in a town. But just like so she was in the forest with Todd when she found the cameras out there, and she just lets him touch her, like give her a massage. And it's like you barely know this person. He was stalking you. You just let any guy touch you.
I had to stop it for a second. What's happening? Like, do not make this a love square. Like, I will not be okay with that. I mean, unless it's I'm thinking.
Yeah, she was even thinking. Like, should I tell Sebastian this? Like, that I liked like my shoulder massage, even though I hated the guy giving it to me. And I was like, stop it! What are you doing? If you're thinking in your head, should I tell Sebastian this? You should probably A, tell Sebastian this, and B, not be doing it. Like,
yeah. Julie was creeping. She heard us talking.
Sorry, Julie. I mean, we still love you, but patience. We do want to climb through the book and just shake her really bad.
It's like in the last live stream where she was like, she didn't remember detaching some poor man's penis and having patients find it on the beach. He's like, did that me? No.
Which I think was my favorite part of that book.
Absolutely, it's my favorite.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
I just can't with patience at this point. I was like, you know what? You don't even deserve Sebastian. Let me have him. It's fine.
You're married. Let me have him. I'll throw you under the bus. Sebastian. I love that name too. It's like, Nicole's been taken. She does not need you. Oh, if I say you're taking. Oh, if I tell him you're taken, then maybe I can help him solve that murder. I mean, if I can act like Patience and get him places.
There you go. Oh, Elizabeth, 41 books this month. No, it's not too many. You're good.
Yeah.
It's just enough.
Heidi was just in the big city today going book shopping, so I think she came back just now, but we'll see how many she came back with.
I hope
just
it's
have her come in the background, see how many she got.
Just walks by. Elisa, like, that's exactly what I do in the woods in the dark.
Yeah.
No. It sounds like I forgot these things for excellent reason. She was like, it was a dark time.
Although I will say, and I think I don't know, Erin, if you were here at this point, but I did tell Nicole, I was like, I think this is Julie's first attempt at cozy mystery. So for a first attempt, I think it was really well done, because I've read some first in a series from like the first that the author ever tried, and I was like
debut. No.
I was like, those are dumpster fires. This was not a dumpster fire. It was very well done. It just made me want to strangle some people.
Yeah, there were certain times where I was just like, that's not smart. Let's not do that.
And this Floyd in this book, like, she mentioned him once or twice, but I don't think, did we ever get to see him? I think at one point she put half and half out, and I remember thinking about that.
Her dad put milk out.
Yeah,
she did. She did put cream out, but then there was one scene where she was sitting on the porch and she was like, she had him on on her lap and like shaking her leg, and then Sebastian came. I was like, you're gonna give him shaken baby syndrome.
But yeah, I really wanted Floyd to have a bigger part in this. Maybe it's just because, like, for Kitty Couture, did the cute girl? Mia didn't have a cat, did she?
She had a beta fish, I think.
No, she didn't have a cat. She mentioned that she kind of wanted one, but she was so busy and going everywhere all the time, which is true. That cat would never have a friend home.
Yeah. Someone had a beta fish. I remember that very vaguely. I cared about the characters enough. Yeah, I was like screaming at this book. Like, there's a couple times I have post-it notes. I'm like, what are you doing? What is this?
I had to stop. I honestly had to stop and just read the story this time because again, like every 2 pages, I just wanted to be like, what are you doing? Like, make better decisions. Because like at the end of book 2, she was like, yes, Adrian's in my past. He's my high school love. Like, we're going to let that be buried. And I was like, thank God. And then this book started and I was like, okay, we're with Sebastian, happy times. And then like Adrian kept coming around. And then like in her mind, she was reliving memories. And I was like, if these memories mean that you two get together at the end of this book, like, again, I'm gonna throw the book at someone if that happens. Like, I was fully prepared. Like, I had to go sit in a separate room for the last chapter because I was just like, it sounds like she's gonna go in the right direction here, but I also, like, there's too many pages left for something to not go wrong. And I don't want to hit someone when I throw the book if she chooses Adrian, which luckily she didn't. Oh, spoiler alert if you haven't finished it.
She listened to our ranting and raving. She even says like multiple times in this book, like, Adrian's in my past. He was my first love. Yes, but you know, she's like, my future is Sebastian. She said that multiple times in this book, but it's the back and forth that drove me nuts.
Killed me. Yeah. Right in the freezer.
Right in the freezer.
I was so tempted. I was honestly prepared. I was thinking, honestly, as I was reading, I was just like, I know she's going to pick Adrian. I'm going to be so mad. And I was trying to come up with like really witty things, like taking a picture as I put it in the freezer, because I was prepared for it. I was prepared for the picture in the freezer. I needed to have a good caption. But luckily, I didn't have to go that far.
She's like already planning it. She's like, I already know.
I almost expected Sebastian to dump her, and then she would just end up just like, well, I guess I'll go back with Adrian.
Yeah,
right.
I was prepared for that. I was like, Sebastian, don't do this. She needs you because otherwise Adrian's gonna get her killed. It's what I believe.
Honestly, like, even if Sebastian did dump her like that, like, she would have deserved it. It's fine.
100%.
So would either of you like this book better if it took place from Claire's perspective? Because I think I would have really loved that.
Claire would have been so wonderful.
Claire, yeah.
I love Claire. Oh my God, her and Max, or the sheriff. I was like, I need
And I love it when she thought it was her sex tape of her and Sebastian banging on the beach, but it was actually Claire and Vargas.
Yeah, look at the camera, buddy. He's not even there.
Oh my gosh, so cute. Yeah, it's like she was just dreading it. She was like, I need to get that tape and tell him to erase it before my first sex tape goes live or whatever. And she was like, when Claire was talking about it, it's like, you wouldn't have known it was us if you didn't know about my Disney tattoo. And she's like, your Disney tattoo? Your sex tape? What?
Yeah. And she was like, phew. But I loved how, I don't remember who she was talking to, but they were like, oh my gosh, it was so steamy. Like, they watched it. And I'm going, don't watch that. That's private for people. Like,
it was one of the cast members.
Yeah.
She was so hot. They were so wild and enthusiastic.
Thumbs up for effort and enthusiasm.
It gave me hope when I thought it was between her and Sebastian, because I was like, oh, okay, then that maybe means that like that's going somewhere and that Adrian's in the past. But then I found out it was Claire and I was like, oh no. Like, if it was Claire and Vargas, like, Sebastian's in trouble. Like, they don't have that steam.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Deja. How are you?
Hello, Deja.
And yes, Alicia and I were talking about this the other night, where we were both starting the book and I go, I need this love triangle to not happen in this book. And then there it was. And I was like, no.
The literal words.
I didn't realize how much they just make me so angry. And I guess like some love triangle, because I'm thinking back to Twilight, like she was pretty hardcore with Edward, and like I don't feel like she was flippy floppy with it as much. Like she had her one thing. She could see how it would go with Jake, but she was always like, I could see Jake, but I'm 100% going with Edward. But with this one, like, it could have gone any way at any point, and I was just not okay with that.
Public service announcement, don't make sex. It was totally an accident. They should not have put cameras all around the island. That's just rude.
Well, Nick, I don't feel like they should have been able to do that. Although I thought it was funny when they did the house, and she was just like, once you walked in here, you agreed to it because there's a sign. She just goes, there's no sign. She goes outside and
she was like hunting for it.
But
It's like, damn it, there is a sign. That's
I'm pretty sure that's not how
annoying.
that works, though. I think everyone has to sign papers.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
100%.
No, makes for good comedy, though.
Yeah. I mean, they do now. I don't know. Back in 2013, when this was originally written, I feel like it would have had to have been, but I don't know. This internet was new then, right? When was the internet, guys?
Internet was new then.
Well, do we want to go on a history lesson here? So the internet was developed in the 70s by the government.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, all right, I'll stop.
I heard 70s in my head, and I was like, no, it's 2000. I'm thinking more cell phones. Cell phones were early 2000s, right?
Stop talking.
With
You're making me feel old, Jen.
You're making me feel older. We're the same fucking age.
No, well, like phones that could take pictures. I mean, you would have your phones, but like the phones that could take the flippy phones, the little picture phones. Come on, guys. I should. I
cell
should have
phones, 2000s, right?
Well, I'm thinking like the smartphones.
Oh my god, you're killing me. Elizabeth just says no. Internet was new.
Hey, at least I knew that 1970 was more accurate. I just said it before I thought hard on it. Oh no, we've lost Nicole the smoker laugh. We're never getting her back.
I can't.
Pull yourself together, Nicole.
Oh my god, I cannot. The internet was new. Oh my god.
Oh.
Elizabeth, thank you, Aaron.
You're welcome, Elizabeth. That's what I'm here
Oh
for.
my god. We're talking about how the internet is so new.
I have a cell phone.
Depends on what kind of cell phone.
I should have clarified because yeah, cell phones are.
Oh my god, my back hurts. Oh my god. The internet wasn't new. Thank you. Thank you, Deja.
You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome.
Oh. Thanks, Jen.
I try sometimes.
I'm just gonna randomly think about that, like in the days to come, and just start laughing again. Oh my gosh! Oh my god, it's so funny.
Jen, you should read some like really old Nora Roberts, or like old, like, early 90s, where they're talking about picking up the wall phone on their kitchen, instead.
Yeah, I still remember the wall phone.
90s internet was dial-up.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, see, I could have, should have clarified cell phones with like actual pictures, like to start recording everything.
You should not have clarified. That was so funny. We appreciate it.
I know, but I sound more stupid when I don't clarify. But yeah, I need to actually read some more Nora Roberts. I've heard great things. I have a bunch of her books. I haven't read anything from her. Maybe that's what we could read. Nicole and I have already decided that I think with all the books that we have here, plus the Seaside Cafe, we're already through September. We talked about the books for October. I don't know if we want to talk about that here now. So we just have November and December to go, guys.
I was like, what books are for December or October? And then I remembered.
Yeah, okay. I was like, come on.
X-Files and Supernatural are both good shows to see the long arc of. Yes, Supernatural. Yeah. Oh my god, and X-Files. Oh my gosh.
I started Supernatural and then I was watching with someone and they stopped, so I'll have to pick that back up again.
Oh, dial up. That was awesome. Oh, I read the first In Death. Wasn't a fan.
Oh.
I love that series. Talk about the October books. Okay, Jen, take it away.
All right. Okay, so I'm pretty sure anyone. It was part of my Academy Bookish Awards, but I was just like, oh my gosh, guys, Kingdom of the Wicked is so amazing. And then Kingdom of the Curse, which is book 2 in that series, is coming out October 5th. So in October. If we read the book 1 at the beginning of the month, give people time to obtain book 2 and then read book 2 by the end of the month. Book October is Carrie Maniscalco's Kingdom of the Wicked series. Sorry. I don't even have Dennis to blame for not being able to say words. I was just excited, guys. Okay.
Good
Speaking
job.
about pre-ordering books that are new, everyone should go pre-order Julie and Lindsay's new book called Burden of Poof, out September 15th.
Yes. We're still waiting on that cover reveal. Still waiting.
I need it. Yes. Deja, are you going to join us then for our live stream on that one?
She better.
What?
People do shit on Miss Karen. I don't understand.
I keep following her. I follow her on Instagram, and she says how steamy book number 2 is. And if all I think about right now is how steamy A Quarter Silver Flames was, because I was
That's on a whole nother level.
I went into that book thinking it was going to be YA. So I was just like, okay, or new adult, sorry. So I was thinking, okay, Court of Mist and Fury, it's going to be on that level. I got to one point and I was just like, I don't know if I would classify this as new adult. And then the word See You Next Tuesday came out and I was like, I don't think See You Next Tuesday can be in a new adult book. I'm pretty sure this is like full-on adult, possibly erotica. So
Possibly.
I definitely feel like that needs to be just forewarned upon.
You are so welcome, Julie. I have to see what happens with college because likely I have no idea. Oh, yeah. There will be no thing. Or be a scary thing.
Okay.
No, you can put those back.
Put that in there. Just not the love triangles.
There can be a love triangle. Just make sure that she goes towards the right person and doesn't flippy flop.
Oh gosh.
There is, and it just went up. I think she put it up yesterday, Tuesday.
I think so.
$4.99 on the Amazon. I know that much because
Burden
I bought
of
it.
Poof. The first one in the Bonnie and Clyde mystery series.
Ooh.
Clyde's a cat. That's all I know, and I'm super excited. Like that's all you had to tell me, and I'm like, I'm here for it. Like I don't care if there's a guy in here. You have a cat? Sure.
I signed up for the lives through the beginning of August, and once I move in, I have to see. Well, we love that. Thank you so much. And you're gonna do fantastic in college. You're killing it in high school. You're doing fantastic in college. I already know.
You're gonna kill it.
Yes. Exciting.
I honestly really want to reread the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. I know I will, but I really want to.
I don't know if my roommate will appreciate, and plus I might have night classes or something. Got it.
Tell your roommate to become a co-host.
I know, make them appreciate it.
Being like, you need to stop and have a moment. Like this will be our break time where we just have fun. Hopefully.
Elizabeth, you had me at cat.
Exactly. I was thinking Bonnie and Clyde. I was like, oh, that's going to be like the lady and the sheriff guy. Cool. And then I found out that Bonnie was the lady and Clyde was the cat. And I'm like, I'm here for that even more. So,
even more.
You know,
yay for cats. Yeah, we're still waiting on that cover reveal. And it's going to be adorable. So it's going to be actually available at all platforms. The ebook is just what's available for pre-order now. But soon it'll be a physical book and also audiobook.
You know we're buying all of them.
All the formats. I need all the formats. All right. Okay, so back to
this book.
What were we talking
30
about
minutes later. 30 minutes and we can finally talk about this. Okay, so my first post-it note is Claire trying to talk her into doing the marathon that's like 3.1 miles. And she's like, it's only 3.1 miles. You could run that far without breaking a sweat. I was like, speak for your damn self, because I cannot even run to the edge of my driveway without huffing and puffing. Okay?
Although, I mean, if there was a book delivery, a book box, I'm sure you'd be running. That's what they got to do. They have to have the right motivation. Just have a book like on the back and be like, if you catch this truck, you follow it. I'd run for days. That's not true, but
No. Literally, I would be like, hey, so I have a live stream to do. Shut up.
I mean, just buy them a gift card to like get coffee somewhere, and then they have a coffee shop and they can escape for a little bit. You're fine.
You better explain in more detail to the poor roommate.
Yeah, goodness gracious.
It's like, sorry, I have things to do. Shut up.
But
I was here
understandable.
for it.
I
I
guess
was like, straightforward, to the point. I like it.
Yeah, I think this installment made me want like burgers, fries, and milkshakes more than the others.
Oh my
There's,
gosh,
like,
yes.
and ice cream.
want to visit. What is it? The Tasty Cream?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I would like to like spend the day there and just eat all of it, because I think at one point she had breakfast, and the way she was describing those waffles, I was like, I'm here for it. I'd like a cappuccino, please, and I'll just sit here all day.
All the food she had there
Keep a
sounded
tab.
so good. Just keep it open. Deja said, nah, I'm good.
You're right. Yeah, all the food this time. I was really nervous
and
about
also
those
with all
cupcakes.
like the food trucks and stuff that were just around town and
Yeah.
everything too. So
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
this
Yes.
was definitely foodie.
The cupcakes again. I was worried that she killed Maple Schuster by giving her the cup. I was like, don't do it, they're poisoned.
Yeah. Well, because everyone kept going, oh, they don't look right. They don't look right. And I was like, if they don't look right, don't put it in your mouth.
She's just eating it, and giving it to other people.
No idea where they came from. Like,
No idea where they came from. They look sinister as heck. They have like blood, fake knives like stabbed into it. And they're like, oh, Halloween cupcakes. And she's just like eating them. And she was like, the cupcakes were a threat. I ate my threat cupcakes. And the lady was like, how did they taste? And she's like, delicious. I was like, that is so me, honestly. They were delicious.
Okay, I have a question for, I don't know how many of you guys are in Julie and Lindsay's group, and Julie and Lindsay, if you're listening. So you have someone named Melinda. I feel like that's one of the people on the Facebook that's always talking, and she's a baker too, and she's a baker in the book. Is that the same Melinda? I think it is, but I haven't been on Facebook since I finished the book, and I now need to figure that out, because like it's eating away at me slowly. Every time like I read her name, I was like, Melinda Crown, and I was like, God, that sounds like the lady on the Facebook. Like, is it the Facebook lady? And I haven't gone on there because I'm a failure with social media.
Well, ever since she was like, I put people I know in my books, I'm like, everybody.
I look for people now. Well, and then also, is one of her kids named Noah? Because I know that there was a PA for the reality TV show that was named Noah, and I was like, is that one of her kids' names? And I don't know I try not to be too stalkery, but I was like, that sounds right, but I also don't know.
She said yes.
ah, there we go.
I was like, I recognize it. So like,
and her son is named Noah too.
Okay, I feel a little creepy
Wow,
knowing these things,
stalker.
but I try not to be.
You're a great stalker, Jen. Good job.
I know, right? She's like, this one person that comments all the time on our Facebook page, and your son Noah. And I was like, I'm actually thinking, I was like, I don't think she posts the names of her children. And then she's like,
Well, I feel like it's because she's. Well, I feel like I'm gonna get really creeper here, but it might be the one going to college, and so she said it to him a couple of times. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not losing my mind. I was like, I try not to be weird. Like, I'm really trying to hold that. I'm not that crazy.
try not to be.
Sorry, guys.
Gosh.
I promise I don't. I'm not. I just like the little Easter eggs. So I was like, oh, I recognize that name.
Jen just has a notebook of Julie and Lindsay, like trivia.
They're just
like,
those two
popped
out.
She's got a whiteboard off to the side that has all the connections drawn out.
She's
like Styles with like his like red yards.
All the red is what I know
unsolved.
for sure. The yellow is questionable. Green, I've got it. I nailed it. Oh man.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
I remember the most random things. You guys ask me about a book I read from like a month ago. I probably couldn't tell you. Ask me a random fact that you told me 10 years ago. I'll be like, oh yeah, it's this. It's the really weird stuff that sticks with me. I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, it's my problem is like converting short-term memory into long-term memory. I have that same issue that Drew Barrymore has in 50 First Dates. 2021 graduates need more love, honestly, because we've been through it. Honestly, I couldn't even imagine trying to go to school like during,
especially your senior year during all of this. Ooh.
I think Deja was saying like they tried to give like them a virtual prom. I'm like, not a virtual prom.
Well, they did that last year for I want to say it was John Krasinski. He had those like something to be happy about. Oh my God. Someone tell me, the guy that does Jack Ryan, the guy from The Office.
Okay.
He had like
following you from there.
No, there were videos. You could watch it. I feel like he had a prom for some people and never mind.
Okay, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Hopefully someone knows what I'm talking about.
Or you should find it and put it on Twitter and tag us in it, and we'll.
Yeah, so we know what you're talking about.
Let me see if I can find it.
I don't think I can read the October books. Too scary, and I think I'm skipping. Oh, okay, that's all right. Too scary. Yeah, we're having a virtual. I'm not going.
What's the dancing like there?
I know, right? You just play your own music. Is it like, okay, everybody, make sure you play this track at this time? I'm like, what? I don't even know how that would work. I'll just watch Criminal Minds instead. Oh, will honestly be a better time. Virtual prom does not make sense.
Yes,
I know what you're talking about. It's like One Happy Thing videos by John Krasinski. No idea how to spell his name.
Yeah, you're okay. I honestly started trying to type it, and then I was like, thank God Google's here and can fix it for me.
But they were
some good news. That's what it was called. Some good news. They had a couple videos of them, and I never watched them, but one of them I caught just the side of because my parents were watching it, and they were doing prom because people last year couldn't go to their prom, and so he like video conferenced people in, and it was, I don't know, it was a nice thing that he was doing. It didn't go very long, I don't think.
That was the Wheel of Fortune version.
I think so. That sounds right. I didn't watch the whole thing. I was told I should watch them, but I started watching Wild Earth instead. My shirt. I did.
Wild Earth.
I agree, Shannon. Very close. At least I'm not crazy. Someone else, and Shannon is our go-to for facts in this before we had Aaron.
Yeah.
So now
He's our
Shannon
fact
and
checker.
Aaron.
I don't know. I failed on that last one. I was out of the loop.
Hey, it's okay. If you don't know it, then at least Shannon does. If Shannon doesn't know it, you need to know it. So that's all.
You need to know
it. I'm getting too old over here. One of our friend's kids overheard Heidi use the word hella in a video chat, and her children just started laughing and making fun of it. Apparently that's super old slang. She might as well have said groovy.
Groovy.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, I think in this book they use the word kerfluffle. And I was like, I've always wanted to know how to spell this. I love this word so much.
Yeah.
Oh, kerfuffle. I heard that. I was like, kerfuffle.
I highlighted it and I said, I love this word. It's
a great word.
It's one of my notes. It's a happy
It's one of your notes. That's so funny. Okay, so another
my bad
tangent.
As we get back on track.
My next post-it note is Adrian basically saying like he rented out his house, and he's like, why don't just stay with you? And Sebastian's like, no.
Yes.
And then she was just like, well, Sebastian, I live here. I say who can stay at my house. And I was just like, no, stop doing that. No. And then Sebastian, because he's a genius, he's like, hey, how about you stay at my hotel room that I'm never at anyway, and then I'll just stay here. And Adrian's like, perfect.
Yeah,
he could just put an air mattress in his office, right? Like he has space, his own space.
It's like, oh my gosh. Or yeah, stay with your mom. I think Jen, you mentioned that, like in the beginning. Like, you can stay with your mother.
Literally, the whole town loves you. Might as well find someone else to stick in rather than your ex-girlfriend who's moved on. And you're just making things confusing and you're making me angry. I think at one point, I may have already said this. It might have been before the live. I might have said this last week. I'm not sure. But at one point, she was just like, I don't understand how anyone could not love Adrian. He's like a teddy bear. And I was like, have tea with me, and in 5 minutes, I can tell you the 10 ways that I've already wanted to kill him reading this book. Just in
this book. 20 pages in this view. Nice. A little progress on Siege and Storm.
Good,
Love
good.
it. Shannon wants to do the back checking. Love it.
Yeah.
Carfuffle.
Such an underused word.
Awesome.
I love it.
it.
I think I used that once on the phone, and they were like, how old are you? And I'm like, I'm 30. It's not that unusual. It's a great word, guys.
You're 31, ma'am.
It's a great one.
Okay, well, 30s. Okay, 31. Sure, I'll be 32 later if we want to get really specific.
Whatever,
31,
round
yeah.
down. It's fine. It follows the rules of rounding. So, you know.
I'm 30 for the second year in a row.
Not until August.
Oh, that's so funny.
Okay, sorry, random tangent again. But so I was reading the Bridgerton series, and they always go, I was 2 and 20, and I really want to bring that back and be like, I'm 2 and 30 later this year. But I'm just like, is that too much? Like, am I going too far?
Yeah.
It's probably gonna happen.
Yeah,
Don't worry, guys.
She's gonna be saying that now.
It's like trying to make fetch a thing, you know.
Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not gonna happen. Oh,
also,
God.
okay, back to the book, but you may have a post-it note on this later.
Maybe.
It really made me angry that she still hadn't told Sebastian about the door, and then how giddy freaking Adrian got. He's like, you haven't told him? Like, he knows the fact that she hasn't told him is like key. It gives him hope. And I was just like, you should have told him, like, the first book, because how is he supposed to protect you if someone can come up like the back way?
Yeah, he got so angry.
Just saying.
He got so angry and really protective, and he like shoved her against the wall and was like invading her space. And I'm like, this is really sexy. I'm here for it.
Like, nail that door shut like a coffin.
Exactly. Oh my
gosh.
That's what I said last week for my birthday, that the do-over of my 30th year.
Good
Happy belated birthday. It's on my list. I should have said something. Damn it. I'm all out of
Oh, yeah,
today.
you did. You made notes for this. Yeah. Happy birthday, Alicia.
Happy 5 days late. So I know it's the 19th, okay? Remember that.
That's actually really good. I couldn't remember what day it was.
Is it terrible that I know that someone's anniversary is June 2nd? Because it's one of our lives, and someone said it's our anniversary, and it... Let's look it up. I want to say it was Elizabeth,
remember.
but I could be very wrong. It was Elizabeth. Huzzah! Hey, Julie.
Hi, Julie.
Like
Julie.
I said, random things stick in my mind. Sorry to be that weird person that remembers the personal things.
Just doing your stalking.
I know.
Yeah, I need to practice my French. I had a patient come into my office today, and she looked exactly like my high school French teacher. I had a double take, and I was like, is that my high school French teacher? And I was like, she's probably going to ask, like, have you been practicing your French? I have not been practicing my French.
Only the bad words.
I have not been practicing my French. Oh gosh. Okay. So my next post-it note is that when they find the dead bodies in Sebastian's bed in the hotel room, and then Sebastian's like, "You're the richest homeless guy I've ever met," and he's like, "I think you mean the coolest." Nope, I meant homeless. You can't stay in my room, and now you loaned your house out to a reality show. Oh my gosh, I was dying laughing. It's like, nope, I meant not me. I'm not married.
I'm bad. I'm sorry, but I know it's Elizabeth that watches. I think it's
a certain Elizabeth. Maybe it's Kim. Maybe it's Kim.
I wrote down Elizabeth. If it's you and your anniversary's on June 2nd, please let me know so I can correct it.
We don't know. It's like Adrian looked at me for help. I have to stay with you now. I have no place to go. And Sebastian's like, homeless. He's like not giving him in. I love that. And at the end of this chapter, it's Sebastian and oh my god, I forgot her name for 5 seconds. Patience.
Come on, Nicole. It's the Patience Price series. It's PP if anything.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. When she was in the story and for the store, the purple pony, and they're like, this is PP. I was like, oh god.
And she's like, that's your name?
Your name's PP.
I was like, this is why her parents. Oh, and I think Claire like tried so hard not to laugh, but they like I just could see her mortified behind all of the sunglasses she was looking at, being like, oh, she just called her me
in front of all these people. Oh my gosh, I was dying laughing. Okay,
sorry.
Okay,
random.
Sebastian and Patience getting in the Jeep to leave, and Sebastian's like, "Man, that guy's impossible not to like, and it drives me crazy." I'm like, "Again, speak for your damn self, because I hate him."
I highlighted that too, and I was just like, "Step aside, like I'll tell you why I don't like him."
It's like he is not impossible to not to like, and these are all the reasons why.
Get out your PowerPoint, God. A through double Z. Like, let's just be real.
A through double Z. Oh my gosh. Oh, and her dad with the shirt in this book. I love this one. Ghost hunters do it in the dark.
The one with the handcuffs. How did she not get it? I don't understand. I was like, she goes, oh yeah, Sebastian, you have handcuffs. And I was like, oh my god, like even I know this.
And her dad had to explain it, and she's like, these are my people.
Oh, her dad.
Oh my god.
I like Maple's shirt the best. Gossips use their mouth.
Yeah.
I lost it.
Gossips do it with their mouth. Oh, he was on point with the shirts in this book, let me tell you. And again, okay, Adrian just getting Claire and Patience to try and investigate stuff. And he was just like, let's investigate together. I've got a head start on you two, but you're smart girls. You can catch up. I'm like, I hate you so much. I hate you. I hate you.
That's A. Keep going. We've got to go to double Z now.
Even Claire was like, don't call us girls. We are women, and you're darn skippy. We're smart. It's like, gosh, you girls can catch up. It's fine.
And weren't they already like doing investigation at that point? So like they were way far ahead of him because he had just been doing all of his like political propaganda stuff. So
the dad's ponytail. Oh yeah, salt pepper ponytail that really worked with his costume.
And the ladies were like, he's hot. I was like, oh, don't say that. That's just weird.
They were like, that's your dad? He's hot. I'm like, Silver Fox, yeah. I thought I was writing cozies. Oh, that's so funny. You're so funny. Oh my gosh. And I love her like feistiness with this Karen. It's like Karen and I were both planning big victory dinners for our candidates. Unfortunately, Karen's dinner would be a consolation dinner, but in case that made her sad, I had invitations to Adrian's dinner printed for her and her fiance. I was like, that's so feisty. That's so brutal. Petty. So petty. But I'm like, oh, Karen. And then when she noticed like her waistline wasn't as skinny as it normally is, I was like, stop it, Patience. Stop.
But could you guess right then that she was pregnant?
I didn't see that coming. That was a surprise to me. Did you call it?
I did, yes.
No, I figured the guy with the loafers, I originally thought that he was Jimmy the Judge, but so I was partially right on that one. Jimmy the Judge had sent him, but as soon as he was like weird, like they got weird vibes from him, I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this Jimmy the Judge? Like, does she know what he looks like? Because I feel like in the last book, she was supposed to help with research, but she never got to it. So I just wasn't sure. I got nervous on that front.
And oh my gosh, when Adrian's mom said she wanted to make Patience the new face of her Extreme Island makeover.
Yeah. And you knew she wasn't getting out of it. Like it was gonna happen.
And then when Adrian,
yeah, totally betrayed her. Like he was the one that dropped her off. I was like, oh, you're such a bitch. You're such a bitch.
Oh man. Well,
Elizabeth saw it. Liza called it.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't see that coming.
I love surprise pregnancy in books, so I'm always on the lookout for it. I'm just like laser eyes, like
you're like, come on.
Like, oh, she's feeling sick. Oh, she's knocked up. She's
knocked up. She's knocked up. Another one of her dad's shirts. Reporters do it on camera. And then she's like, I see you've met my parents. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, and that oh god, what is this guy's? I totally just spaced on his name.
Todd?
But they were no, not Todd. The other guy, the other paparazzi guy that she meets.
The guy that I thought was Jimmy the Judge?
Yeah.
Oh, the lucky guy. I don't think we ever learned
Did we even get his name?
For some reason, Jesse is coming into my head.
No, that's the killer.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Come on, Nicole. Spoiler alerts, everybody.
This whole live stream is a spoiler. In case you didn't know, the internet is new.
Welcome, everyone.
The internet is new. It's fine. So yeah, she was saying like how the paparazzi are a drain on humanity, and he was just like, "Yeah, I'm a rich parasite. We could talk later. Until then, buy yourself a haircut." I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Dang, mean."
But when she gets her haircut, oh man, that makeover was. I'm sorry. I know that we kind of touched base a little bit, but that was too funny. Ooh.
She did like her nails though. That was the one thing. She liked her nails. Oh my gosh.
Funny. Oh, the way that she described it too, I was like, how could she think that that was like the new attractive? Oh.
That's gonna bring people in.
Exactly. She's like, you're so photogenic. And then she just totally just goes to town on her.
And I wish they had done more with that flashing moment. I had really hoped that something was going to come out of her just lifting up her tummy, being like, look, I had to unbutton my pants. And he's like, you flashed someone and someone took a picture? And I was really hoping that was going somewhere.
The Harlequin cozy, maybe, Julie.
There you go.
Julie keeps saying comments with penis in it, and they're being held for review, so I have to put thank you. I should just go. I went through a bunch, and a bunch of people that comment. I just always approve comments, but I don't know if it works on the live stream. Maybe it just works I don't know. But yeah, Deja, you're a moderator for my channel, so you have the power. Oh, that's so funny. And then I had to exit because I usually have YouTube over on my other monitor, but my internet is being really really sporadic tonight. So I'm just like, okay, let's just turn my phone off the Wi-Fi. Let's have YouTube down it's just StreamYard tonight because I do not want to get cut off. But okay, so that's my last few post notes that I just passed were just her being stupid with Adrian. So. Laughs in power. Oh, okay. And then so these tabloids it's her official business is family therapy, but her claim to fame is crime solving, served with multiple attempted murders and a side dish of exploding buildings. Destruction has never been so sexy. I was like, well, at least that's nice.
Yeah, at least her car didn't get blown up. Although when they went through this, I feel like this whole series is taking place over a summer because it seemed like everything was happening rather quickly after each other. Mm-hmm. She went through 3 cars, and then as soon as she has her new one, she gets a bullet hole. What did she do? Put duct tape on? And I was like, that's not. If you're looking to be conspicuous, that's not how you do that.
Yeah, I think like because Sebastian mentioned that they had been dating for 3 months in this book. So yeah, this is like a very, very fast. Usually it's like a year and then you come back in, or like, a couple months.
You gotta give some time to let the trauma settle a bit.
And no wonder she's suffering so much from PTSD. She has no time to like calm down.
True.
Oh my goodness. Let us see what my next post-it note is that we have not yet talked about. Okay, so she's talking about her fight or flight response. Like, in other words, compelling me to flee. Fighting was for tough guys. I was 140 pounds of fear and curiosity, and that just reminded me of Styles. Yes! It's like, I'm 140 pounds of pale skin and fragile bones. Sarcasm is my only defense.
I thought of that as well. I don't think I highlighted it, but that was...
It's like, oh, Styles. Oh yeah, this is when she thought that she made a sex tape from the I was like, that is amazing. like I give that couple a double thumbs up for style and enthusiasm. Oh my god, I love it. I love it so much. Oh, she was like, there was one comment where she's like, this is the strangest campaign rally I've ever attended. I was like, do you go to a lot of campaign rallies? What? This is the strangest campaign rally I've ever been in. Oh my gosh. Okay. When she was scared when Adrian was shot and that he had, like, she was scared that he had died. It's like, don't be dead. You cannot be dead. I need you. I was like, no, you don't. You're fine. Yeah. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Please be dead. No.
I almost highlighted that too and was just like, I don't think anyone's gonna miss you other than Paige.
No, I was like, please be dead. Oh, she can't make these decisions on her own. Fate has to make it for her. Please be dead.
Man. Very true.
Oh yeah. The other
because at that sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, at that party, he dressed up like Sebastian. She came up, and the freaking pumpkin, the time she thought that it was something that Sebastian had done, and it was really Adrian. I was just like, this guy has got to go. Like, it just solidified for me, the pumpkin, and then he's like, oh, yeah, you always wanted a pumpkin. I was like, and then...
You've always wanted a pumpkin.
Yeah. It made me so mad. I was like, no, because it was supposed to be something sweet that Sebastian did. Anytime I thought it was Sebastian and it turned out to be Adrian, I was so mad. I was just like, no.
And then she's like, disregard that pumpkin comment. I was confused. I'm like, don't say that.
Right. Yeah.
Oh. Because then he's going to be like, well, what are you talking about? Yeah.
Oh, but
I swear.
Her comment, I don't remember what she said when she came up behind him, but when she thought it was Sebastian, I was just like, oh, that's cute. And then it was Adrian. I was like, ugh. And then he went with it. He's like, I hope you were going to like pull through on that last line. And I was like, get out of here. Now we're up to like 15 of why I don't like you. Like, come on, patience. I've got this list ready to go. And this is only one book. Do you want me to reread the other two? Because I'll reread the other two and I'll keep that list going. I'm not need to go to like triple Z or quadruple D.
I will come up with a more extensive list for you. Yeah, special agents use handcuffs.
That one, yes.
Oh, I love it.
Oh.
I think. Oh yeah. So the kiss between Adrian and Patience.
That was so awkward.
I was
especially because she was dressed up as his mom.
His mom.
Yeah. like no, come on, kiss me. Gross.
No, gross. Well, okay, it wouldn't have been bad if he had kissed her before he knew that she was dressed up as his mom, but she had already said, like, come here, sweetie, I want to kiss you. And I was like, okay, do not touch her at any way, shape, or form because it's really creepy and weird. And then I felt dirty.
Yeah. And then it's like he lingered, and then he's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I mean, I didn't think you were supposed to push me away. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so like the dinner, like after like he was, gonna find out that he had won to be mayor, was like a costume dinner. And so they're like, oh, you have to dress up. And so she decided to dress up as his mom.
No, because he had originally come up with an outfit. He was dressed up as 007, whatever. 007. And then he came in with this like a bikini for Honey, whatever her name is. And he's like, you should wear this. And I was like, you're not a couple. She should not be wearing that outfit. And then she was like, I actually like this. Can I keep it? I was like, patience. You're testing my patience right now. Like, no. Sorry. But yeah, and then I had to clarify that because I do remember that made me so mad when she was just like, I like this. And I was like, do not encourage him.
And that was her whole problem. She always encourages and she doesn't set the record straight. Okay.
Boundaries, people.
Yeah. Boundaries. Boundaries. Oh yeah, I ate threat cupcakes. Were they any good? Delicious. Oh, so funny. Oh yeah, and then when she was in trouble and Sebastian was an hour out because he was dealing with his own thing and being shot 3 times, he commandeered a helicopter to get to her. And you're still hanging on Adrian. I hate you. He's so much. Make the right decision. So irritated.
Did anyone else guess the killer? I know I hadn't. Honestly,
I wasn't really trying. Like,
I was more focused on who she was gonna pick and her bad decisions.
My one guess at one point though was the owner of the bed and breakfast, because I was like, well, she's like the only one that knows that there's a secret staircase, so maybe she was a big fan and hated that they were coming to bump up uglies in her bed and breakfast. And
bump uglies.
Yeah, I thought she might have been it. And then the first lady that she had walked downstairs and they were in a hoodie and she was like distraught about something. I was like, I'm getting killer vibes from you. Like, I don't know who you are. We didn't even get a name. I'm pretty sure you're going to come back and be like the murderer at some point. But yeah. The one thing I did guess was like the second or third time that Claire had said something when she was in the morgue, which by the way, I'll never go into one now. Thanks, Jolie and Lindsey. Not that I ever wanted to before, but I won't go in the water, won't go in a morgue. Thank you. But where was I going with this thought? Oh, with Claire, like her like lines and everything. I was like, I bet this is something that was recorded. So I'm like, so it's got to be someone from the reality TV. I'm like, who do I hate from the reality TV world? And I was like, everybody. So everybody. I hadn't nailed it down.
Super suspicious. Commandeered a helicopter. Yeah. Spelled
That's
correctly.
how amazing he is. And she almost went back to the has-been.
Cancel that morgue tour outing. Dang it. You ruined Shannon's plans, Jen.
Well, I'm
Come
sorry.
on.
Okay, I'm pretty sure they would give me nightmares for days. I can't do horror, and I don't think I can do. Yeah. No.
But then you want to start watching Supernatural?
It's not that I want to. It's just I've heard good things about it, and I feel like I should. But at the same time,
really
like I don't know if I'm going to get scared. That's my biggest.
There are certain episodes that are pretty scary.
Maybe just send those to me and tell me which ones I should skip.
Know off the top of my head.
We'll rewatch them all and then tell me.
I'm sure that's Googleable. You could just say which Supernatural episodes are scary.
Level of scary. There we go. Wow. And the first 15.
There's some. You get like the full spectrum with Supernatural. You get episodes that are so ridiculous. There's like a Scooby-Doo episode where they get sucked into the cartoon and they're characters in Scooby-Doo. And then you have other side where it is legit terrifying. And I'm just like, you can only have this kind of variety in Supernatural. This is it.
I just remember someone showed me a clip of that, like the scare episode where they open a locker and Jensen Ackles like freaks out, and I was like, that's actually, I kind of want to watch this one at least.
Oh my god, that episode is so funny. So this fear demon comes to town and everybody, you know, is like starts being irrationally afraid of everything. And so Dean, because he's known as like the badass, you know, he's the one that like hunts monsters and he's, you know, super like courageous. And so it's affecting him and not Sam. But so he's scared of like the beginning of the episode. He's running from something. He's like, oh shit, if Dean is scared and running from something, it's terrifying. And then it pans and it's like this Yorkie dog like chasing after him. And then the scene where you're talking about, so they're going in and investigating like this abandoned, and there are lockers, and then he's like, I'm gonna man the flashlight, and he's like staying behind Sam, and then Sam goes to unlock a locker because they hear something, and he flips it open. It's like a cat, I think, and he's like, ah!
Yeah. How many seasons do I have to get through for that?
Oh my god, I think it's in like the fourth. I think it's in the fourth season.
That's a lot.
Oh my gosh, it's so fucking funny. He's so good. Jensen Ackles is amazing.
Yeah,
what scares
I
you? Which
scare
episodes will be
easily.
scary? just everything scares Jen. So just
and I
have
have
that
an
as a
overactive
reference.
imagination, and I'm about ready to be home alone for several months on end. So
don't watch them at night.
Yeah, gonna have to watch them at a point where I can watch Disney movies afterwards, and then maybe some Kingsman, and I'll be fine.
There we go.
Sounds like X-Files, some scary, some funny. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, my last Post-it note is when he pulls out a velvet box and she thinks like he's gonna propose, and you think it's a ring, and she's like, I'm not ready for that, and he's like, it's a key, I moved. It's like he's moving to town. I was like, okay, that's great.
I didn't think he would propose. I didn't
think he would propose either.
Yeah.
Because there was a point, and I don't know if we've already said this or if this is something I just talked to you about, Nicole, before the line, where he was gone in the morning, and she thought that he had gone to the mainland, and someone had made a comment that like, no, he's been driving around like the island all day. So I was like, oh, he's probably trying to figure out like where to live. I was assuming that, but that made me so mad because she was just like, what could he possibly be doing? And I was like, he's probably trying to solve the murder, like trying to keep you safe. Yeah. What do you think he's doing? What's his job? He's a part of this.
He's probably doing his job. Leave him alone.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. And I was like, okay. And also, we didn't talk about this during the live, but I asked Aaron because I was like, hey, you read it. I'm not sure about this little fact, but I don't think that Sebastian knows about the kiss between Patience and Adrian, and that kind of really makes me upset.
Yeah.
Adrian
like, wanted to. Adrian wanted to. Why would Adrian want to? Out of all of them that wanted to, I feel like Patience should be the one that was just like, I'm gonna tell my boyfriend that there was a kiss, that there was lingering, and that it happened.
She was like, I'm gonna tell him because if it comes from you, it's gonna make me look even more guilty. And I'm like, you are guilty.
Why'd you do it in the first place?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? So yeah, I was like, he's living a lie. He's moving to this town and starting a relationship with Patience, and he's living a lie.
Mm.
The first Supernatural and first Penny Dreadful, something popped out and I quit immediately.
I feel like that's me too. I wanted
Penny
to quit.
Dreadful is so good. Penny Dreadful is so good, but it is scary. It's scarier than Supernatural.
When the lady was on top of in Supernatural, and I think this is in the first episode, and then they like replay it multiple times in like the recaps that for like the 10 episodes that I have seen, where she just like gets flung up to the roof and then like her eyes are all crazy and then there's fire, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not here for that. No.
Yeah,
I'm out.
yeah.
Oh.
And maybe no, it's not a good fit. That kiss reveal is supposed to be in book 4. Maybe. Maybe. But at this point, he's living a lie. I loved Penny
wow.
Dreadful too, and I hated how that show ended. Hated how it ended.
I've been meaning to start it. Should I still watch it? Even though
yes, you should.
Okay.
You should watch it because it's so good. Maybe you'll like how it ends, but I did not like how it ended. And we can just rant about it if you would like, if you start watching it.
All right. Yeah.
Just signed up for a few lives. Yay!
Ooh.
Yes, if you want to be in the live streams, there is a sign up sheet in the description box. There's also the schedule for our upcoming lives as well. So check those out. That was it.
That was it. Where me and Elizabeth were on the same page.
Yeah, that's a pretty. It gets scarier than that, honestly.
Yeah, there's a couple of them where there was like a reflection of someone creepy, and I was like, this gives me Ring vibes, and I am out. I had to watch The Ring on mute because I had to watch it with someone, and I was like, no. And I still have nightmares to this, and I can't watch the little clips with that creepy little lady crawling out of the thing. No.
Shannon
Not
says
me.
yes, still watch it, and she said I've seen that scene probably hundreds of times. Did you mean the Penny Dreadful scene that I'm sending you telepathic waves so you know which scene I'm talking about? The scene. I felt complicated about that. I felt a whole bunch of complicated about the third season.
See,
It's our cat bond.
I love it.
Oh, Bloody Mary season 1. Yeah, that's how their mom died. Their mom, like she was like on the ceiling and she
Yep,
burned
I
to
remember
death
that from the beginning, and then it happened.
and
to his
then that's how
girlfriend.
Jess. Yeah, that's how Jess died. Oh, that's it. That show just likes to kick you in the teeth, doesn't it? No, I mean the supernatural ceiling scene. Okay,
Nicole,
I thought you
like,
meant the scene with Penny Dreadful that ripped my damn heart out. But it's fine. I'm fine. I missed the psychic message. Dang it. Oh, I love how in this book too, like she sent a psychic
chocolate.
message to her dad about chocolate. She's like, maybe I am psychic.
I got your message.
He was like, I got you chocolate. And she's like, oh my God, maybe I am psychic. Oh, that was funny.
Well, and I
See,
want
like,
to know.
that's the thing. Like, there are so many things that made me angry about this book, but then that kind of stuff, like, there's so many things that made me so happy and like made me laugh out loud.
I wanted to know what she felt when she touched Claire, because I was really nervous for Claire at that point, because she was like, oh yeah, practice your palm reading on me, and she like touched Claire, and she's like, I had a feeling, and I was like, what was the feeling? I need to know.
I think it was Claire had a taser, right? Because she used it on Jesse when he was holding the saw to her neck, right?
I thought Patience had the taser. Her mom gave it to her. She's like, it looks like a cell phone, so it's inconspicuous, and it's like this bright pink.
So there was that one that I feel like there was
Claire
a
had one
mention of
too?
Claire's
Claire got
taser in that last scene. I don't know. I might.
Maybe. Nicole's like, let me read real fast.
Let me read this really quick. It's not like I just read this book today. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I have no idea. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember if Claire had one or not.
But yeah, that was really weird. If it wasn't explained, that was just odd.
It's odd.
Like, I'm confused. So why did the bed and breakfast lady just give Sebastian's room to this random couple?
I think because I don't know if she was a watcher of the show, or I think she did describe it because she had no rooms left, but she didn't want to lose the business, and Sebastian was never there, so she just assumed that he wasn't going to come home.
Yeah, she was like, he's never there, so I didn't think anybody would know, and she's like, I didn't have any rooms available. She felt bad, and then this happens. And she's like, and that poor thing, she's traumatized, and then Patience is like, I need to come around more often to see how she's doing, and she never did. I need to come around to see how she's doing, and then like just I love the family. Yeah, I did. That's one of my, like, her parents, like her dad especially, like he's one of my favorites.
I love that they went to have like a little cookout, and they have like this foghorn for the birds, being like, get out of here. And I was like, run inside with the food. I was like, do they really have to do that?
Oh yeah, and she ate a bug, and she's like coughing and choking, and her mom's like, are you okay? And she's like, I ate a bug, and she's like, it happens.
Yeah, that'll happen.
That's what you get for eating outside where the bugs live.
Oh gosh.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So all in all, solid series. I really liked it. Yeah. If I had to rank this series, so we have honestly, like Seaside is going to be my ultimate favorite, and y'all will know why when you read it with us this summer.
In July, August, and September.
So yeah, Seaside is really good.
Seaside and
then
Kitty Couture are probably up there. They're tied for me, and I know I should pick a favorite, but I can't. It's so hard.
Seaside will always be my favorite because it's my first. You never forget your first, as Patience just tells us in this book.
Yeah,
you never
over
forget your
and
first.
over and over.
I guess I relate to Patience in that sense because Seaside was my first, but then I have also Sebastian coming back over here with the Kitty Couture series, so now I'm just like, ooh.
Not Kitty Couture. It's not saying that I don't like Kitty Couture. I do like Kitty Couture, but Seaside will always be my favorite. And then I like the Christmas Tree Farm, and then the Apple Cider Sling, and then Kitty Couture. Or maybe Geek Girl. Maybe Geek Girl above Kitty Couture.
Put your phone out right now.
Jen is appalled. I haven't read any Seaside yet.
Oh,
they're on deck.
Yeah.
They're coming up. I love Geek Girl too. I really loved Geek Girl.
That's what I broke my cherry on was Geek Girl. It was great.
Yeah. See, Aaron, you never forget your first.
Yeah, that's right.
Never forget your first. I had the same reaction. I'm not one of those people who think cats rule the world. So
get out of here. Just because you're allergic and they'll kill you. Get out. You can still love them.
I mean, it's a pretty good reason. If there was like dogs, like I like cozy mysteries with dogs more than I like cozy mysteries with cats.
Cats are cuter.
Debatable.
We start like the live stream debate of all time.
I know, right? This is about to go on for another hour. We have a live stream debate about the merits so many of dogs people in cats.
We get so many people joining the live being like, if this is a discussion, let's do this. You have the cat people on one side, dog people on the other.
People in the comments like, let's get my fingers ready. I like dogs equally.
I'm just lazy, so cats work for me because dogs have so much energy.
Yeah. I love other people's dogs.
Yeah.
I can go over to someone's house and I will love the crap out of their dog.
Yeah.
And then I'll leave it with them when I go home.
We do need more dogs and cozies. We do. At least my dogs listen to me, unlike Jack Ryan, who does not listen to anything you say.
He does too. You just wouldn't let him sniff your water for a second, so you flicked it at him before he had a chance. He took his revenge on you. He is very smart.
I am allergic. I don't want him sniffing my water. So yeah, I was like, okay, you want to sniff my water? So I just like dumped my fingers in my water and flip at his face.
I'm actually with you on this one, Nicole, even as a cat owner, because my cats will drink your water if they get too close to it. So
oh my gosh.
Shannon's got it.
Other people's dogs are awesome. They just make their own decisions.
They do.
Yeah.
He knows when he's in trouble. If you yell at him loud enough, he'll stop. But it's just like, I don't know, for me, for water, it's just like, I can get a new water. I could have washed your dish and then given you a new water, and then he wouldn't have been interested in it.
That's not true. He's like, oh, new water.
That's accurate.
Exactly like that. See, my dogs know that I'm the alpha and they listen to me.
He does still listen to me. You're just a new stranger that he's like, I can walk over you.
No, you cannot, sir. No, you cannot. So funny. All right. So does anybody have anything else they want to talk about with this book, or really anything in general? I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind. Let's just put up the next live stream so y'all can take a screenshot.
I got it. Don't worry, guys. I picked the right book this time. This is our next book.
Oh, I was like, I for sure got these books out and I could not find them. They were right in front of me.
This one I think is the one that comes with a warning. This is the one that makes me slightly nervous to read.
Are these connected at all, or are they different?
Yeah, this is book number 1 in the Heartland Heroes, and then this is book number 2.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
This one has a trigger warning in it?
Yeah, it does. This is the one at the front that says SVU surveillance deals with topics some readers might find difficult, such as sexual assault and the PTSD that follows as a result.
Got it. But that's, that's more books need to do that. More books need to post their triggers on here because triggers are a real thing.
You definitely told me to buy an entire series, and then you also put a trigger warning for rape in Goodreads, and I was like, I don't know if I want to read this series now. Like, how bad is it going to be? On the level
I just reread that series, and I'm like, oh man, I recommended this to Jen, and it has a rape in it. Dang it!
I was like, can we just does it get graphic? Can I skip those pages? Tell me what pages I need to skip.
If it's not like so graphic where it's like paragraphs describing it. It's mentioned like a sentence, and it's
those I can handle. They make me uncomfortable still, but I can still handle it. Is it on the level of Sandra Brown's Breath of Scandal where we relive it every other page and then it graphically and then again and again and again and then it's just terrible things and I say that someone should get hit by a train and they do, but it doesn't feel like
they do get hit by a train. I love that. You're like, this guy should get hit by a train, and I'm just like, just wait. But
he survived, and they didn't take my advice that the train should back up and then rerun over him. So I feel like I also
really hard to back up a train.
Yeah, they go pretty fast.
I mean, this guy deserved to make the effort to try and back it up. He was the worst.
Back it up. Alicia, I love not having a pet right now. Yeah, sometimes
that can be kind of freeing.
Thank you, Julian, for another series. Yes. I love posing for the screenshot. It's just a thing. It's an actual thing.
That's what we do. So it's April 7th, and then on the 21st, we have this one. I know that I don't know if you have all of those ready to go, but this one actually, pre-order your copy because this comes out next Tuesday along with Rule of Wolves, which is going to be our one after this one.
I don't think I'm going to be able to get through the whole Grishaverse, current Grishaverse before that one comes out.
Before that one,
I was like, watch the TV show, but at the same time, I don't know what they all entail. So,
or it would be 6 books because you'd have to read.
See, if you get the audiobooks, the audiobook cast on that one is
pretty
especially
good.
The Six of Crows. I like that one.
To prepare for Rule of Wolves, I'm just gonna watch our King of Scars live stream.
I'm rereading it. I'm gonna physically reread it.
So I don't have to reread it.
I know you didn't like it. Well,
No,
I don't think you like Zoya. That's
I
your
didn't
biggest
hate it.
thing.
I hated Zoya. Yeah, that's the thing. I still hate Zoya.
Ooh, but I love Nikolai.
I love Nikolai. Yeah, absolutely.
He's my favorite. I don't know. Kaz is pretty awesome. Yeah.
I'm never gonna make it on Grishaverse. Still on book 2.
It's in May. We're like, it's May. It's not. I make it sound like it's so close, but it's a while from now.
It's gonna be May.
And
anybody? I think maybe you're right.
Again, random dates feel right. So May 5th sounds accurate. So that would make 14 days from the 5th to the 19th. Oh, May 19th doesn't sound right. It doesn't feel right in my soul. Oh, but it should be. So May 5th is we didn't actually say what books we're gonna do. We just kind of made the live stream. So for everyone,
no, I posted on Instagram, ma'am.
We did, but we didn't talk about it in a live stream. We talked about which books we wanted to do, but we didn't actually officially announce the schedule. We have announced the schedule on social media. So in the event that you don't have your pencils ready, slow down, Professor. Sorry, I have to do it for Nicole.
Slow down, Professor.
We have decided on books to get us to the
Seaside.
Cafe. So after protecting his witness, which is on April 21st, so that's the second book in this series, we have May 5th as Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. May 19th, we did do a study in Scarlet Women by Sherry Thomas. June 2nd will be the Witchling by Yasmine Galenorn. Did I say that right?
Close enough.
Don't hate me.
Close
Thank you.
enough.
Thank you, Erin. And then June 16th will be The Cracked Spine by Paige Shelton.
And all that is linked in the description box too, so you can
Yes.
set your reminders and everything.
We've
job,
got
Jen.
the live streams. We've got the Facebook events. We tweeted about it. We Instagrammed it.
Yep.
That's all that I
Sure.
know that we can do.
Yeah, exactly.
We can email it to you if you need us to. Just give us your email.
Go on my Instagram and take a screenshot of it.
It's gonna
And
be
then
awesome.
also, those of you that are following the Percy Jackson read along, tomorrow we are discussing the rest of the Titan's Curse, chapters 12 through the end, on Bree's channel, the Loc'd Booktician, which is in the description box as well.
Yes.
Super excited for Witchling.
I am as
Seaside Seaside Cafe is not listed yet. I still have to make thumbnails and create the live stream events, but that'll probably be sometime towards the end of this current round that we're going into.
Do you want me to read through the dates for all of those? Just
Sure.
so everyone has them. All right. The dates for the Seaside Cafe series, which is also by Julianne Lindsey. Here, you know what? I'm going to get fancy with this. Live and Let Try, which is book 1. Oh, don't. There we go. In the series will be July 7th. Book 2 in the series, No Good Tea Goes Unpunished. Focus. There we go. Will be on July 21st. August 4th is Tide and Punishment, which is book 3 in the series. Book 4 is A Call for Help, and that will come out on August 18th. And then we have Closely Harbored Secret, which we will be doing on September 1st. And then on September 15th, we will be doing... Is it September 15th?
Yeah.
Okay, September 15th is Partners in Lime, which I don't have a copy of, so I can't put it here.
It's not out yet, so. It's not out yet, so.
Is that right? Because I feel like books release on Tuesdays. Are we doing something different?
Partners in
have
Lime
this?
doesn't release. It releases.
No, I'm thinking Burden of Poof.
Yeah, Burden of Poof releases on September 15th. You are correct.
It's a Wednesday. Interesting.
And it's an indie series, so she can release it whenever she wants.
Whenever she wants. That's true. This is true. I like that. That's why I questioned it, though. I was like,
The live stream dates for Seaside are in the sign-up sheet. You are so correct, Shannon. You are so right. So sad I missed out on Percy. We're not done yet. We're not done. You can catch up. We're going to go through the Kane Chronicles. We're going to go through Trials of Apollo. We're doing all of them. You got time. Okay, no rush.
Oh my gosh, this is the first time I've noticed this on the chalkboard on the side. It says first in a new series. How have I missed that?
I don't know. Jen, I'm not hearing this as wrestlers entering the ring.
I mean, it started to feel like that, so.
I might jump in for Kane. Do it. Those books are significantly longer than Percy Jackson, like the Olympian series. So there's actually, like, instead of breaking it down for 2 different live streams, it's actually going to be broken down into 4ths. So we're going to be live every single Thursday. Are we doing a Halloween cozy? Hopefully.
Not that we have. I mean, Kingdom of the Wicked is more, I don't think it's scary, because Elizabeth, I'll tell you right up front, horror is not my genre. But it's more, I don't know how best to describe it. It's YA, so it can't be that bad. Although they do say it gets steamy.
I'm here for steamy.
I don't think it was scary. I don't think I was ever scared reading that one. But it had witches in it, so that's why I thought about it for October. But if people would prefer a cozy mystery, we could look into that. And then push Kingdom of the Wicked, or we could do a month of just all the lives. Who knows?
We can do a special Who Picked This Book Club for Halloween.
Yeah.
You want to do like a special Halloween cozy? Do you have any recommendations for Halloween cozies?
Technically, we could do Kingdom of the Wicked on the 29th, which would be it would be a Wednesday. And then if we did that on the 13th, but that would only give people a week to read Kingdom of the Cursed. But then the 27th. So technically we could throw a Halloween cozy in there.
Good. We could throw a Halloween cozy. We could do it. I was like, what day does Halloween actually land on this year?
I think it was
Sunday.
Monday. Oh, Sunday.
It's a Sunday.
Ooh, we could. We had that one brooms. What's it called? Broomsticks and something. Brownies.
Brownies and broomsticks.
That one.
That's a cute one. It's cute. Why do middle grade books get longer than 300 pages? Thanks for the heads up on Cake Chronicles. Yeah, just to make it more manageable, where we broke it up into 4 lives. There are lots of paranormal cozies that are witchy. Yes, there are. I can skip. I have millions of books, other books to read. James Madison, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. My entire TBR just staring at me. That I abandoned.
Accurate.
Yep. Whoever watched that vlog, I totally abandoned my TBR. My bad. Couldn't do it anymore.
Right. TBRs are there to be abandoned, I feel like.
Yeah, I was doing so good though. I was doing so good, and then I think I got overconfident. I know that's what happened. Got overconfident.
My thing is just like I think we've had this discussion before. I'm very much a mood reader, so like if I plan too far ahead, it's the same thing where someone's just like, you should do this, and I'm like, you want me to do this? I'm literally never gonna do it if it kills me, unless if it's something that I decide to do down the line. So then it's like me telling myself I want to do something. I'm just like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. I have the same mentality. I was like, you want to do this? This is a goal for yourself? No.
I like how you're like, I'm a mood reader. I can't plan too far in advance, and you're planning out our stuff till October.
These are books that I have read already, minus Partners in Mine. But they're ones that I would reread, and I've actually, I think, like 4 friends recently, I've been like, here's these books, you gotta read them.
You gotta read them.
We might have people.
Barely even made a March TBR. It's okay to ebb and flow with TBR.
I don't think I've read more than 4 books this month. 4. I was doing like 15 a month. I was doing so good. I
plan, but I'm still not fast enough. So many books, so little time.
If there was only a way that we could read while sleeping, would be awesome.
Right.
Gosh. Just lay down and sleep and then just have the book right here. It's like osmosis.
Yeah.
And it just does not
wake up in the morning. That was such a great book. I loved it so much.
Great book. Amazing. Sometimes I like the planning of the TBR. That's true. I like planning it. Sometimes it can get pretty technical because, I do like 4 readathons at once. So I have to make sure like this one book fits with multiple prompts in all the readathons. Making a TBR takes days for me. Days. So that can be fun, I guess, if you like torture.
Torture.
You like that. Oh goodness. I keep forgetting like there's nothing in here and I go to drink it. It's just empty. Empty. All right, everybody. Well, I think that's it. I think we're gonna wrap it up on this series. Thank you so much, Julie and Lindsey, for writing the series. Thank you so much, Aaron, for joining us in these lives. I feel like I forced you the last 2 live streams because I'm like, Dagger it.
I was planning. I just took till the day of to finish reading. So I was like, well, I'm not going to put my name on just yet. But.
Not all the time. It's like, you have to be there. I'm dagging you. Days for yeah. And it's also like, I don't just pick any book. I try to pick books that I already own because I'm going through, I want to read the books that I that are on my physical TBR instead of, buying books or reading books specifically for, So you started your April TBR. I'm not actually making a TBR for April because I am not doing any readathons. So
who are you? We have an alien, our miss, everybody. We have an alien. Someone, I know how to get to her. Nicole, I'll be over there in 15 minutes.
She's going to come check on you.
Fireball will get it out of you.
It's like, I will save you. Yeah, I'm not doing any readathons for April. NaNoWriMo is actually happening in April, so I'm going to be focusing on writing in April. Nice. So that's what so I'm not going to be doing any TBRs for that, but I'm thinking about doing, if you watch my vlog, you also know this, but I'm thinking about doing some productivity sprints where I will be focusing that time on writing. And if you want to join me, you can read, you can do whatever you want to do. But so I'm going to be planning those for April.
Nice.
Yeah. This was so much fun. Always love the live streams and hanging out. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us and making us laugh. Thanks, Jen, for making us laugh tonight.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'll go do a history lesson on everything.
Don't apologize.
You were just so sure, and you were so the conviction in which you spoke.
For me, when did it come into my life was probably the 2000s, because that's when I was old enough to start getting on the phones, do the AOL dial-up. I don't know, in my mind.
It's okay, Jen. It's fine.
I'm just gonna go sit in the corner and cry, being they all think I'm stupid. I'll never get over this.
It's just one of those things where you're going to think about for the next 20 years while you're trying to go to sleep.
I've had live streams before that haunt me still, where I'm just I'm sure nobody cares that I said anything, but I'm just oh my God, I said that one thing. I'm going to be sitting up tomorrow night going, oh my God, Julie and Lindsay probably thinks I'm crazy because I know her friends with her kid. Elizabeth maybe thinks I'm crazy because I remember her June 2nd anniversary, who could not be, maybe not Elizabeth, but someone else. Oh,
it's not even Elizabeth, it's somebody else.
I'm not weird. That's not true. I am.
As soon as you said all that, Julie and Lindsay is just okay, let me remove her from every group.
Block. No,
never complain. Never complain, never explain. That's for sure.
I go to Nicole, have you gotten any alerts? No,
not at all.
She makes a post, don't tell Jen anything.
I'm just messaging Julie, she asked me about you, or she asked me about you again today. Oh my God, that's so funny. Be you, Jen. Just do you. That was hilarious.
I was now I'm gonna feel self-conscious liking anything now, being yeah, that's no.
Just know, if she ever likes anything, it's stored in the vault. It'll be there.
Just don't like anything from a year ago or more.
Yeah. That's don't go back. I will say the only time I go back is when I'm it's been 5 days and I try and catch up from those 5 days. Although now, who knows? Now probably oh man.
Oh my God, that was me the other day. I was going through my watch later list and I was just letting it play, and then I was I'll like and do a little emoji comment or something, and I'm don't mind me, just going through my watch later list. I checked the dates on these videos. This shit was a year ago, and I'm oh my God. Oh my God. It's so bad. Oh my goodness. I was just clear it. Clear it. Don't comment. Just let them get their watch hours. Watch the ads. Don't comment. Oh my gosh.
Good times.
Good time. All right, everybody.
Something good for the end.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Thank you again, Erin, so much for joining us. We hope to see you in the future.
Yes, I will be here.
You must come back.
Hopefully we didn't scare you off too much.
Know. I was just no, come back. We're not that bad, are we?
No, I will be joining again, definitely. It's a lot of fun.
Yay! Yay! All right, everyone. Have a great night.